Hi there, I'm Alison Curtin. I'm the marketing and brand manager for Paw Print Publishing, Baker and Taylor's new children's book imprint. I hope that you enjoy this coffee break. This is going to be a book talk of our spring 2023 list. So grab your favorite hot beverage, whether it be cocoa, tea, or coffee, like mine. I've got coffee. Sit back and enjoy, and feel free to take notes. Reach out to us with any questions that you might have. We're always here to answer any questions, anything that's on this list, any suggestions you have for future lists. Just give us a ring or an email. We'd love to hear from you. So Paw Prints Publishing's editorial roadmap features impact-driven early readers, graphic novels, picture books, and middle grade titles ranging from fantastical to the very real topics of climate change, displacement, socioeconomical divide, multiculturalism, and so much more. We currently have titles available in English and in Spanish, and we will be publishing in other foreign languages besides English as well in our upcoming seasons. Yes, we have more seasons coming. You just wait. It's so exciting. I can't wait until you see our upcoming title lists. It is on the way, but today is about spring 2023. Simply put, our aim at Paw Prints Publishing is to build empathy, empowerment, and engagement through quality book materials and edutaining, it's a new word, look it up, edutaining books for young people. We want our readers to be really, really into what we present to you. We want them to be entertained and we want them to be enlightened. Our books will feature diverse voices and focus on pillars of social and emotional development. So never has this goal been more important and more necessary, and never has this work been more rewarding for us at Paw Prints Publishing. We are so excited about these books. So there is such a large breadth of talent out there, people from dispersed backgrounds, lifestyles, ethnicities, races, you name it. They contribute to our list and give us a more representative and inclusive canon of work that we want to share with you. A myriad of different paw prints. So we are on a mission to show them off. Are you ready? Let's get to it. So here we are, our spring summer 2023 list launch. This is March through August publications. So Marina, a story about plastic and the planet, from author Jessie Bird. Jessie Bird is an international award-winning children's book creator who focuses mainly on creating children's stories that champion representation, laughter, and perspective. Just wait for the laughter piece of it when I show you some of the internal spreads of this book. Jessie is the founder of Jessie Be Creative, and he serves on the board of NPR. He's based in Southern California. Our illustrator, Andressa Messier, is an award-winning illustrator and graphic designer, and she is based in Brazil. This is a relatable situation for children and families. This is the immortal nature of that one plastic sandwich wrapper. It will be eye-popping for families to see the journey that happens here. Here's some of the internal artwork. You see Marina and her family getting ready for a day at the beach, and they're making a picnic with sandwiches. And she has her sandwich with her name on it, Marina. Well, she throws it in the trash, but it ends up in the water. And it's really funny if you look at this, the laughter piece that I say about Jessie. The illustrations are amazing. I hope you enjoy them. This is just a brief little view into it. But the shrimp here sees this plastic wrapper floating along with a jellyfish and thinks, oh, it's a UFO. We really like this. So it'll be a great story time and a great learning experience for families. Next, we have Seeking Shanti. After Kaiva and her family are flooded out of their home in Southeast Asia, they have to make the difficult decision to return and try to rebuild or move away from their home. So the creators of Seeking Shanti are in the same team behind the nonprofit Creature, Structure, and Better Shelter. Over the past 5 years, Better Shelter has collaborated with leading UN organizations, NGOs, and governmental donors, and the private sector as well, to provide shelter for displaced families due to the climate crisis. We are going to be seeing more and more stories like this This organization has provided over 60,000 shelters that benefit displaced families, displaced classrooms, and also healthcare facilities for those affected by climate change in over 60 countries. We urge you to check them out. So this story, Seeking Shanti, will detail the effects of climate displacement on a specific child's life and her family's struggle to relocate. Here are some of the interiors. Some really, really scary scenes, but then also hope as the family stays together and looks to rebuild. It really personifies a lot of the headlines that you will be seeing when these big storms come through. Sunny days. Again, climate displacement, climate change effect on children. A natural disaster visits Martine's colorful little neighborhood, and she thinks of a brilliant way to help people get back on their feet. Again, Jessie Bird is our author-creator here. Our illustrator, Anastasia Q. She's an artist and designer, and she is based in the UK. A second title with this character will be coming in 2024. We are going to be calling this series The Magic of Martine. This delivers the ever-important feel-good message that life has both bad situations, but also good things to celebrate. Life is hard, but we have to be based in gratitude. This is simple text, vibrant art, and a positive take on the community coming together. The author also has first-person experience with superstorms and once-in-a-century storms that we seem to be happening more and more often. He has a personal experiences with New Orleans and Hurricane Katrina. Some of the interiors, Martine and her neighborhood. In-house favorite, Mighty Mara. Meet Mara. She is a vibrant and upbeat little girl living in a bland and homogeneous same town. She aspires to be a dancer. She loves to dance, and she knows she can be successful despite her disability. Amidst her town's growing dissuasion and even a little bit of heckling, she practices and she remains positive, culminating in a colorful strut your stuff moment at her school talent show. Author Corinna Ho is an award-winning dancer, musician, and director who uses a wheelchair. Monica Paulo Rodriguez, our illustrator, is from Puerto Rico, and she's also an animator who has created art for Scholastic, Marvel, and much more. Our protagonist, Mara, is girl power, girl power, girl power. We love her. DEI, differently abled. She is a star for children to embrace and emulate. There's a poignant twist at the end. This is a positive message about inclusivity. There's body positivity messages. There's self-esteem messages and empowerment. This story will start off in kind of a muted color palette, and as it progresses and we get closer to that school talent show, the colors are vibrant and they begin to come alive. I cannot wait for you to get your hands on this book, coming May 16th, Mighty Mara. Here's some of the interiors. One of the beautiful things about this book is it is not directly pointed out that Mara is in a wheelchair until toward the end of this story. And man, she grabs her moment and she squeezes every little bit out of that. And it's just such a wonderful story. I cannot wait for you to see it. Hello, sweet baby. Young and in love, Mama Red and Papa Yellow Tomato have a baby tomato. However, Mama and Papa quickly learn they cannot care for their sweet seedling and make the difficult decision to release her to another loving tomato family in the Hopewell Garden. Hello, Sweet Baby is a heartfelt magical adventure about adoption, making tough choices, celebrating your differences, and keeping love, hope, and patience close to your family vine. This is an accessible and positive conversation starter about adoption and the adoption process. It's written specifically to fill a gap in the market with someone who has lived experience in the adoption process. This is not heavy-handed. It makes a great title for springtime gardening displays, and it has such sweet artwork of fruits and vegetables. I mean, look at this. Mama Red, my birth mother, Papa, my birth father, and then Sweet Baby Red, and then her family and her adoption agent, Ladybug Blue, and the loves at her mom and dad. Can't wait for you to see this one. So sweet. Okay. Can I start off this book, this graphic novel / picture book, Bunsu Meets a Mumu? that we have such a fantastic review from Kirkus. It starred, they call it this, a fantastic entry into the kid and monster friendship subgenre. I love this book. There are more to come. This is the first in the series by Rev Valdez. He's a Filipino-American author and illustrator, and he is based in Northern California. Bunsu Mitsumumu is a hilarious and educational picture book / graphic novel. It's going to be a series. It explores the mythical monsters of Filipino mythology. In each book, Bunso, the youngest in his family, Bunso meaning boy, will learn about the lore of the monsters of his heritage and have an encounter with each creature. He's going to discover something unexpected in each encounter. It's so silly. It's reminiscent of Sunday comics, modern graphic novel appeal. Filipino culture is highlighted throughout. Bunsu is a word in Tagalog meaning youngest boy, little boy, youngest. His sibling is Kuya, and that means brother in Tagalog. So this will have some great conversation starters with families. You're going to laugh and just have so much fun. Back matter will include a glossary on Filipino culture. And I think you're just going to love the artwork in this one. Very, very engaging, and just laugh out loud throughout. Can't wait for you to see this one. I Grab the Mic, series featuring kids with challenging scenarios, all written through the lyrical verse of a hip-hop artist. This is the first story. A young Black girl and her friends grapple with nerves that come with speaking and performing in front of a group. I think we can all get behind this message. Stage fright is really tough, but you just got to grab the mic and power through it. Malik 16 is the author. Paige Mason is the illustrator. They are just incredible together. This has such a great rhyming pattern, great for story time. The artwork is just amazing. I think you're going to love it. Check out our coffee break, which we had last month, February 2023, where we had a little chat with Malik and with Paige, creators behind I Grab the Mic. Just so you know, this year is the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So this will be a great fun read aloud for your events around that this summer. Cake Mix, learning to love all of your ingredients. A young mixed race girl named Remy encounters that intrusive question, well, where are you? During her first day at a new school. Sends her on a journey towards self-acceptance. You know, kids always feel confused about where they belong, what their ethnicity is. This one, she goes home not feeling so great about that first day at the new school went. And so she sits down with her mom and starts talking, but also bakes. We know that kids love to bake. Author Mickey Hernandez has a lived experience in this situation. She pulled back from her children's experience to write this book. It celebrates the importance of different backgrounds and all of your ingredients. It's going to be published in May of 2023. Baking interest is at an all-time high with kids. Popularity of YouTube chefs and bakers, streaming TV shows, Great British Bake Off, Gordon Ramsay, all the different baking shows that you see on Food Network. This is a home run. Great illustrations as well. Interiors are just wonderful. You really can kind of get that perspective of a new kid on the first day, making and meeting friends, figuring life out in a fun and approachable way. Here we are. What color is my paca? And the hair she wears. Learn about Sikhism through one boy who picks out his colored paca, which is his headdress, for each day of the week, realizing that he can dream to be whatever he wants to be. And the hair she wears, learn about Sikhism and empowerment of one young girl as she explores the new different adjectives describing her beautiful long hair. This is some of the interior from What Color is My Paca? You can see our protagonist is a firefighter. The hair she wears, we have some interiors from this as well. The hair she wears grows long and flows with ringlets of curls. It grows and grows. The hair she wears is called Kes in Punjabi. It's a gift by her Garaji. Just beautiful, beautiful story, beautiful artwork. Treasury of Eid Tales. So there are 2 Eid celebrations. And we are going to be publishing this book right in the middle of the two. Faith, kindness, and charity abound in this heartwarming collection of 14 different tales about Eid. Sweet Nina, generous Mikhail, Baba Dean, and the drummer of Dushang are just some of the lovable characters that embrace the traditions and custom of Eid. This book will fill everyone's heart with a festive spirit. Coming June 2023. Fifi Abu. Pointy Pony, some moms, some dads. We have so much coming from Fifi. The Pointy Pony is one of my favorites. It's a story about body positivity. Fifi Abu is a youth services librarian living in the Boston, Massachusetts area. You can visit and see all of her work at Fifi Abu. That's FIFIABU, fifiabu.com. She is also the designer of our Paw Prints Publishing logo. Grumpy Milo and Grumpy Grandpa. Okay, a grumpy cat and a grumpy grandpa, and an hysterical story. Jesse is a 6-year-old boy whose family adopts a grumpy kitten named Milo. Jesse is over the moon about having a kitten, but he has a hard time bonding with Milo because the kitten refuses to play with him. Isn't that the way it always is? Surprisingly, Milo bonds with the grumpiest member of the family, Grandpa. Isn't that the way it always is? The one family member who does not want a pet ends up getting the pet. Eventually, Milo and Grandpa positively influence one another, leading with them to be less grump and more inclined to spend time with the rest of the family. Katerina Spaeth is originally from Ukraine. Katerina works and lives as a professor and artist in Northern California. She received her BFA in illustration from San Jose State in 2019. We are so excited to have this title on our list. Scarlet Symphony. Scarlet puts together the noises she finds outside into a symphony of sounds. She conducts cats purring, birds tweeting, bees buzzing, and so much more. This is about managing your emotions, managing a sense of all of the noise and interaction around you, and it also is about mindfulness. Music and creativity can be found everywhere, in nature to video games. Young children will enjoy this journey that Scarlet, our protagonist, takes going on throughout her day as she creates her own art, recognizing how they can also find the same magic in life, as well as maybe meditate. This is from Rachel Denuzio, and she is an illustrator from Buffalo, New York. This one is coming in April. We can't wait for you to see it. Scarlet Symphony. Whether it's a storybook about a young, differently abled dancer who's ready to shake things up with Mighty Mara, or an early reader series about a young Sikh boy, his puppy, and their adventures in volunteering and play, and our Jeet and Fudge series, or the tale of a young mixed-race girl exploring the meaning of identity through her favorite pastime of baking with her mom and cake mix. These titles are written and illustrated by authors who have lived experience and strive to be both conversation starters and just plain fun to read. We'd be grateful if you took the time to review our inaugural and our sophomore seasons on TS360, on Edelweiss, and on NetGalley, and consider purchasing these titles that resonate for your collections. We feel confident you're going to see yourself in Mara or Bunsu or Remy, and will want to put their stories in children's small hands, but mighty, mighty hands. So thank you very much. Happy reading.